10 greatest ever comebacks in football history. Did you know that there was an incredible comeback in football history that inspired West Germany's recovery from post-World War II setbacks to get up on their feet? And did you know who they defeated? Keep watching to find out. Football is a game of will and self-belief. A lot of the time the players find themselves cornered and hopeless, but that's when someone gathers the strength and willpower to turn things around. Over the years we have seen several miraculous, nerve-wracking comebacks in football games. In today's video we will bring you 10 of the most incredible comebacks in football history. Can you guess who number 1 will be? Leave a comment now with your prediction. No cheating though. Also don't forget to click the like button, hit the subscribe button, then go and grab a nice cool beer and let's get into it. Number 10. Real Madrid 3, PSG 2, 2022. A Champions League round of 16 fixture between Los Blancos and the Parisians was one of the most anticipated matches of 2022, where the best front three in the world, Neymar, Messi and Mbappe, were up against the best midfield trio in the world of Kroos, Modric and Casemiro. PSG was dominant at home in the first leg throughout the match, but could only find the back of the net in injury time from a scrumptious Mbappe goal crafted out of utter individual brilliance. Despite a rather one-sided leg, the second game at the legendary Santiago Bernabeu was not disappointing by any means. PSG was able to double their aggregate just after half-time when Neymar's clever pass put Mbappe through on goal. PSG were in complete control from the beginning of the match until Karim Benzema forced PSG keeper Donnarumma into an error in the box that led to Madrid's opening goal. Benzema scored another goal just 15 minutes later to equalise the tie. Just 10 seconds after the visitors kicked off, Benzema scored the winning goal to complete his hat-trick and leave PSG players in disbelief. PSG had failed to prove themselves in Europe yet again, as Karim Benzema had shattered their UCL dreams. Number 9. Charlton Athletic 7, Huddersfield Town 6. 1957. Nearly 6 decades ago, Huddersfield were defeated by a scoreline of 7-6 by Charlton Athletic, in which was one of the most shocking matches in football history. The Addicts were a man down after Derek Ufton was forced off the field with an early injury. Taking advantage of this, Huddersfield took a comfortable 2-0 lead at half-time. They were 5-1 up with 30 minutes remaining before Addicts players Summer decided to smash in 5 goals within the next 21 minutes to give the team an impossible lead. After Huddersfield equalised, Charlton Athletic scored the winner with the last kick of the game to complete one of the most breathtaking comebacks ever. Huddersfield became the first football team in professional football history to have scored 6 goals and lost. This match will always be remembered by Huddersfield as their most successful failure. Number 8. Deportivo La Coruña vs Milan 2004. After sustaining a 4-1 thrashing in the first leg of the quarter-final against Milan, Deportivo La Coruña's UCL dreams were as good as over. They had the impossible mission of closing down a 3-goal deficit against the Milan side that had not conceded any European away goals that season. However, to everyone's surprise, the underdogs delivered a dominant performance to take a 3-0 lead by the end of the first half. To end things, super sub and club captain Fran put Deportivo in the clear when he scored the final goal of the match 14 minutes from time to give the Galatians an impossible 5-4 win on aggregate, which took them through to the Champions League semi-finals for the first time in the club's history. With this 4-0 victory, Deportivo became the only team at the time to overcome a 3-goal first leg deficit in 12 years in Europe's biggest tournament. Number 7. Belgium 3, Japan 2, 2018. Japan looked en route to succeed in Rostov after Genki Haraguchi scored the first goal of the match from Gaku Shibushaki's cross. After Takashi Inui's incredible strike from distance doubled their lead, Japan looked set to qualify for their first quarter-final in the national team's history. Belgium's golden Premier League generation had a disappointing start, but soon their fates changed as Vertonghen scored a circling header which gave them hope and boosted their morale. Soon Fellaini equalised by heading in Hazard's cross and completed the breathtaking comeback. Chadli scored the game's final goal from a flowing counter-attack by the team and helped Belgium from being victims of a World Cup upset. Belgium became the first team to come back from a 2-goal deficit to win a World Cup knockout game after West Germany against England in 1970. Number 6. Tottenham 3, Ajax 3, 2019. 1-0 down from the first leg, Tottenham made a very weak start in Amsterdam when a surprising 5th minute header from Matthias de Ligt doubled the lead from Erik ten Hag's promising young side. Korean sensation Son Heung-min hit the post once before Hakim Ziyech looked to kill the game off for Ajax with a clinical finish from an assist by Dusan Tadic that left Spurs trailing 3-0 on aggregate. After the break, Pochettino's side scored 2 goals in quick succession, both of which were put in by Lucas Moura in the 55th and 59th minutes. Spurs required one more goal to reach their first ever Champions League final. They had the momentum. All they needed to do was find the back of the net. The final goal to finish the game off came in the dying stages of injury time from Mr. Reliable, Lucas Moura, who scored a sublime left-footed shot to complete his hat-trick and seal the deal for Tottenham with the last kick of the game. Before moving on to number 5, here's a quick question. Who do you think are the comeback kings of football? Let us know in the comments below. Number 5, Barcelona 6, PSG 5, 2017. After a disappointing 4-0 defeat in the first leg in Paris, Barcelona's campaign looked to be as good as done. Even though a comeback seemed impractical, the players and the manager were extremely optimistic. Barcelona were able to force in 2 goals before half-time thanks to Luis Suarez's cheeky header and Layvin Kurzawala's unfortunate own goal. Then Blaugrana added another goal shortly after the break as Neymar was fouled by Thomas Müller in the penalty box and Lionel Messi converted the spot kick. However, Edinson Cavani's smashing strike in the 61st minute gave PSG the away goal that they so desperately hoped for. The match looked beyond grasp for Barcelona, but they obviously had not read the script. Neymar converted a superb free kick into the top corner in the 88th minute. Suarez won a controversial penalty, which Neymar converted from the spot just 3 minutes later. Barcelona were now left with only a 1-goal deficit. Neymar, who put on a stunning performance, assisted substitute Sergei Roberto, who put in his first goal of the season in the 95th minute of the match as a new camp erupted. The Spanish giants successfully turned the tie around to complete one of the greatest European comebacks of all time. Number 4, Germany 3, Hungary 2, 1954. Hungary's matchup against West Germany in the 1954 World Cup final ended up being one for the history books. Driven by Ferenc Puskás, the mighty Magyars were perhaps the most skilled team in the world with a 31-match unbeaten streak going into the final. While their opponents were playing their first tournament since World War II, they had an unfortunate record, losing to the Hungarians 8-3 in the group stages of the tournament after the Hungarians went 2-0 up within the first 8 minutes of the game. It looked like another humiliation was on the way for the German side. However, to everyone's surprise, West Germany were able to level the score within 18 minutes of the match. Both teams fought hard for the rest of the game, searching desperately for a 3rd goal. This was finally achieved in the 84th minute of the game by West Germany to give them a memorable win. The 1954 final went down in history as the Miracle of Bern and was a building block of the country's rebuilding following World War II. Number 3, Liverpool 4, Barcelona 3, 2019. The Reds produced an incredible show of resilience to overturn a 3-0 deficit from the Nou Camp with a shocking 4-goal frenzy in a nail-biting second leg. For the first time since 1986, a team overcame a 3-goal first leg deficit to win a semi-final in the UCL. Origi started this unlikely revival when he tapped home the first goal of the night for Liverpool just 7 minutes in. But the turning point of the game was when super substitute Wijnaldum scored twice in 2 minutes after half-time to turn the tides in Liverpool's favour. Barcelona was shaky, and even the superstar Lionel Messi was not able to conjure his magic as Origi scored once again from Trent Alexander-Arnold's quickly taken corner that gave Liverpool the win in aggregate. Anfield erupted with passion and the fans stayed on their feet to cheer the Reds into the final stages. With a shell-shocked Spanish side lost and silenced, the final whistle brought forth all kinds of human emotions on the pitch and in the stands. Number 2, Real Madrid 6, Manchester City 5, 2022. After a remarkable semi-final first leg that ended up 4-3 in City's favour, Los Blancos were looking to turn things around in front of their home crowd in the second leg fixture. After a goalless first half, City were able to double their aggregate lead thanks to Mahrez's wonderful goal in the 73rd minute. As the clock hit 90 minutes and the game looked over for Real Madrid with only injury time remaining, Rodrigo arrived. The Brazilian super sub converted Benzema's through ball from close range in the final minute, with Madrid's first real shot on target, and in less than 2 minutes after the first goal, he levelled the tie with a header in the top corner from Asensio and Carvajal's link-up play. That sent the Bernabeu roaring into absolute ecstasy. With the away goal rule lifted from the competition, City still had a chance to go to the final if they could win the game in extra time. However, it was Madrid who had the final say in the greatest Champions League semi-final ever. In-form Benzema stepped up from the penalty spot to score his 43rd goal of the season and put Madrid a ticket to a final showdown with English giants Liverpool. Number 1. Liverpool 3, Milan 3, 2005. Milan, who were favourites in this tie, took the lead within the first minute of the game thanks to a wonderful finish by Milan's main man and captain Paolo Maldini. Argentine striker Hernan Crespo added 2 more goals before the break to make it 3-0. After such a massive deficit against such a powerful Milan side, the game looked to be over for the mighty Reds. However, the Liverpool players were determined to turn the tides, no matter how low the chances were. Soon after the resumption of the second half, Liverpool launched an incredible comeback and scored 3 quick goals in a lightning-fast 6-minute spell to level the game at 3-3, with goals from Gerrard, Smitsa and Alonso. After an end-to-end extra-time period, Liverpool went on to win the penalty shootout 3-2 to lift their 5th European Cup. This comeback was known as the Miracle of Istanbul and is regarded as one of the greatest Champions League finals in history. Before we end today's video, prepare to be baffled by this surprising fact. Did you know that substitutes weren't introduced in football until 1958? Before that, changes weren't allowed at all. We have reached the end of this video. If you enjoyed our video, don't forget to click the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel for more football related videos. For more interesting football videos, click the video appearing on the screen. I will see you in the next video.